Right, man, what's up? We got a '04 Chevy Silverado single cab step side, super clean, super stock. About a fully built rear end, one of the best modifications you can do to these vehicles. I had my rear end built first when I did my single cab truck. Even with the stock 5.3 pushing 300,000 miles with the stock 4060, once I built the rear end, it was so much fun. You'll be able to swing it, do donuts, do crazy activities. It's the best modification that you could do to your truck, better than, you know, putting a cam in, long tubes and all that, because you still want to swing it. And if these differentials come open posi or open differential, you're gonna not like it. You're gonna be looking crazy. I looked crazy before I even knew about rear ends. I didn't even know what a G80 was. So with that being said, this customer here, he hears some noises going on, so we're gonna pull it all apart and we'll see what the noise is, but we're gonna fully build it anyways. So we're taking off the disc brakes, 18 millimeter on the back, gonna drain the fluid, 13 millimeter, disconnect the drive shaft U-joint bolts at the 11 millimeter, take the pinion net off, that's a 32 millimeter, drain all the fluid, get all that, take the brakes off. That being said, we're gonna put new axle bearings and seals, new yoke sleeve, master rebuild kit. So this is everything is gonna be brand new again. New races, new bearings, new shim kit, new pinion nuts, new pinion bolts, shim kit, everything. Yeah, everything A1. 411s, premium master gears, and then of course the big boy, the Detroit trac. The best in all my vehicles. I put it in everyone else's vehicles. And with the further ado, man, we're gonna keep on going. I'm not really gonna show you how to build a rear end. I'm just gonna, go through the process and spend a day with me building rear ends, and that's what we do. So here's a little tip or trick. If once you pull your disc brake off for whatever reason, if you need to get your your axles in, or you need to do any work in the diff, I always put the bolts back onto it, so I don't have to have a clamp on here, or I don't have to leave it on here or leave it dangling on the line. So little tip or trick. That being said, before I drain the fluid, I disconnect the drive shaft and hang it. That way it's out of the way. I will use the Ugga 32 millimeter, loosen this bolt up, loosen this one up too, loosen up everything as possible first, and then onto draining the fluid. Leave one hanging, so that way when the cover, if you want to leave one on, so if you pull this off, it doesn't just drain, blow up right here, leave you a mess. I leave it a little bit loose, that way you can see the fluid is still leaking a little bit. So I'm gonna pop the cover off and let's see what's done inside. It is leaking. About to pop this bolt off. Use a little flathead screwdriver just to pry it open. It drained out, so now I can pull the cover off and let's see what damage is done in the inside. Nothing crazy. Stock G80. Maybe some bearings are bad, but we're still gonna yank all this out. I don't trust the G80s. They like to go out, they like to grenade itself, especially if you swing it. A lot of people like to get these at pick and pull, throw it in there because it's cheap 99. But then they go out, and then when they go out, all that metal shaving blows up, blows a hole in the housing, blows a hole in the cover itself. And yeah, so we're gonna eliminate all this, put a trac in here, 411s, master rebuild kit, clean all this up. With that being said, man, I'm gonna yank all this stuff out and get it all cleaned. Not expecting that, was it just expecting just to pull the C-clips out, pull the axles out, pull the carrier out, but no, I had to cut it all out. You can see where the spider gear is, cut right there, and you can tell it was going out for sure. That's pitting right there. That's what the customer was saying was making noise. The axle C-clip was really locked on, wedged in the axle. That is the axle. That's not supposed to be like that. So definitely axle is gone. If I have another one, I'm gonna give him one just to spare it out, because axles are expensive. When you have an open differential or a G80, try not to swing it, because these spider gears will literally lock on to the carrier pin and make it impossible for it to slide out, because you have to slide this out in here in order to get the C-clip out, in order to get the carrier out. If not, you're gonna have to get a grinder and cut it all in pieces, and it sucks. It's dirty, it's messy, it just sucks. So I had to cut all this stuff out just to get this out and, you know, give me some extra room. This was not supposed to be like that. This was supposed to be an easy cake, but the hard part is done. So I'm gonna just take everything out and continue on and push it, man. Woo-wee. Detroit True Track for the win. You can tell, you know, these are helical gears. There is no more spider gears. This is what I just pulled out, all trash. Everything in here is just all garbage, you know. So this is yeah, this is the one that broke. You can tell inside is all just chewed up, eaten. So I'm not gonna have that problem no more. I love True Tracks. They don't have no more carrier pins. This is what holds the axles from sliding out. Once that goes in, then you'll have this plate on, and then you'll have a snap ring that locks it in place. So yeah, everything's gonna be new axle bearings, new seals, new pinion seal, new races with the bearings, new yoke sleeve, new pinion nut, new crush sleeve, 411s premium, top of the line. I don't do no braking period when I did my vehicles. A lot of my customers don't do no braking period. I have a super close relationship with West Coast Differential, where I get my gears and all my parts from. So they always help me out if I have any issues, but no issues whatsoever. So have everything cleaned out inside the housing. All the metal shaving is gone. Got all that taken care of. I'm gonna just reassemble all this, press in the carrier bearings, put the ring on, torque it all down, set up the shim on the pinion, get everything inspect. Got the new side carrier shims. I don't use the old ones just because these are like cast iron, so when you try to hit these in, they do tend to break, so I don't use these. But I'll get the measurement for them just for like close reference, just to get as close as possible and get my base starting point. And if I have to adjust a couple thousandths here and there, then that's what I'll do to get the pinion depth set correct with all the backlash and get everything A1. And get it going. So I gotta talk to the customer. He's gonna need a new axle. I'm gonna see if I can get an axle for him. I don't have one. And that's just that. That's just all part of the game. And then he'll be able to swing it, have fun with this beautiful. So everything is coming along, and we gonna get back to it. I got the new axle bearings and seals. I have everything laid out, so once I get down, I can just do everything. Got my bearing driver, about to put the race on, inner and outer. Have the pinion yoke here with the new yoke sleeve. Drill to check the rotation. Have my impact over there. Have the old nut to put it down, and then I have the new nut when I crush it. So like I said, once I'm down, I just want to get it done. Have the Detroit True Track with the new bearings, new races, new shims left and right, micrometer to check the backlash, the paintbrush to check the gear pattern. So once I get down, we're gonna get it in and get it out. Woo-wee! It is pretty much wrapped up. Got the new axle bearings and seals. Got the Detroit True Track in there, 411s, master rebuild kit. Even I had a spare axle laying around, so I got him with a new one. Of course, man, he's lucky. This one really took a crap, so I'm probably just gonna scrap it. About to put the disc brakes back on, put the cover on, put the fluid, put the drive shaft, and then that is done. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. I'm gonna try to put more vehicles that I build on the channel, and you know, definitely just ask them to send me a video if they're swinging later on, because a lot of my customers do enjoy going crazy after, you know, they get the rear ends built, after they do, you know, their braking periods and whatnot, allegedly. So with that being said, you know, so you might be on the channel with your vehicle and we're gonna go crazy. Definitely get a private sesh, you know. Definitely gonna have to hit up my boy Gallo Loco, my boy Taco, once I get done with the exhaust, and just get a little private sesh coming up. That might be in like 2 or 3 weeks. So definitely a couple videos ahead of this. But with that being said, man, this one is done. I'm gonna wrap it up, and you know, see you on the next one.